A lot of people think their biggest challenge in life is that they don't know what to do, or they don't have the right information, or that something may just be fundamentally wrong with them, and that's the reason why they're not getting the results that they want to get. This is all false. I'm going to tell you the main thing that holds most people back, and it is you are defeating yourself with your own patterns of thought. Your thoughts lead to your behaviors lead to your outcomes, and that is what you're feeling bad about because you see the outcomes or the lack thereof. Good news is I'm going to fix all of that right here and right now. Number one thing you need to understand is that you cannot afford a negative thought. You cannot afford to think negatively about yourself. You cannot afford to speak negatively about yourself, nor can you afford to feel negatively about yourself, your situation, or anything in your orbit. Every negative thought you have requires 10 to 15 positive thoughts to cancel out the one negative. It's like pushing a rock up a hill. A negative thought puts the rock all the way back at the bottom, and you got to start all the way over again. The reason many people never get the rock to the top of the hill because they can't stay positive long enough to get the rock all the way up there because you have a negative thought that interrupts the entire process. Understand that negativity and positivity are not equal. That one negative is worth 15 positives, which means you can't afford a negative. Do you understand that? Stop thinking negatively and train yourself to only think positively about what you want and who you are and where you're going, even at the cost of mental strain to do it. And it will be very difficult to do it the first time you're able to start doing this successfully. Which leads to point number two. How do you start doing this? First thing you got to do is start feeding yourself good food. You can't say you want to get in great shape, then go eat a bag of chips and some Haagen-Dazs ice cream and some candy and some fried chicken and then say, well, I'm trying to get in good shape. You're feeding yourself garbage and expecting good results. Garbage in, garbage out. All of you have heard that before. So how do you start feeding yourself better material? What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? How are you talking to yourself? What is your self-conversation? What do you believe about the person who you see in the mirror? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to be feeding yourself good food and putting good gas in your car, and then not expecting to get a miracle out of a vehicle that you've been feeding garbage for the last 3 months, 8 years, or 7 weeks. Put good stuff in you, which leads to point number three, the triad of the subconscious mind. 3 ways to program the subconscious. Immersion is when you are in a space in which you are not allowed to think anything else because you are completely immersed in the environment. There are some physical events that are like this in the religious world, in the personal development world, and in other spaces where you are completely immersed to where you can't even think of anything else because you are surrounded by a certain energy. There is repetition, which is telling yourself the same things over and over and over and over again, regardless of whether they are true or based in reality or not. You will eventually come to accept them in your subconscious if you keep hearing anything over and over and over again. It's kind of like you know songs in your head that you don't even like because you kept hearing the song so much. And the third way is emotionalization. When you are emotionally connected to a thought, feeling, or idea, it will program your subconscious mind even with only one exposure. You follow these things, you will stop defeating yourself mentally in your mind, and you will be on a faster track to success with no change in skill set. Click the links in my bio to learn more about how to work with me on this.